Clute Meadow is recovering from a recent battle. Green-skinned corpses are being incinerated on dozens of pyres. Some of the buildings were damaged, but repair work is already in full swing. You hear some villagers talking about the attack. It would seem that King Tilligorn's cavalry had protected the settlement and destroyed the army of orcs. But the cavalry have already returned to the capital, Talborough. Axeldale is shrouded in an eerie silence as you approach. There's not a single fishing boat on the river, and many of the houses are now just burnt-out ruins.
The big-nosed beasts have made a grim job of it. Seems they don't like fish.
Boendal gives his brother a reproachful look. There are dead bodies everywhere, but it seems to you that there should be more of them. For a brief moment, you hoped that the villagers had fled. But then you realise that the orcs were probably hungry after their victory, and your stomach turns. Boendal lays a hand on your shoulder.
Let's go. There's nothing more we can do for these people. But maybe there are others we can help.
Once you reach the top of the hill above Goodwater, you can see what is left of the village. The sea of red-roofed tiles has given way to a forest of burnt black ruins. The farmstead has been plundered, ravaged, and part set on fire. But not all of the buildings are destroyed. You call out for any survivors, but there is no answer. You remember how you advised the farmer to build a hideaway. From the way things look now, you sincerely hope that he took your advice to heart. You split up and search for signs of life in the burned-out ruins of the farmstead. You take on the main building. You don't find anything, apart from a charred doll, and the twins have no luck either.
Hello? Is anyone still alive? Give us a sign!
The eerie silence that cloaks the ruins remains unbroken. The twins try to persuade you that you've tried everything, and with a heavy heart, you turn to go.
Quick! It's coming from over there!
You free a trapdoor on the floor of the barn from the rubble of a fallen wall. You open the trapdoor, and 4 dust-covered faces blink at you.
Thank Palandio, and thank you, Mr. Dwarf. Without you...
Remsa shakes her head rather than finishing the sentence. The joy of being rescued transforms into despondency when Apatya and Remsa see the destruction all around them. They have lost everything.
We should try to reach my sister's farm.
Before you go, take some of our provisions for the journey and take this gold to get yourselves back on your feet.
While Apatya considers how, as a proud farmer, to politely decline the offer, Remsa reaches for the bag with the food and coins in it and nods her appreciation. She knows that this isn't the time for misplaced politeness. The family says goodbye with much thanks. You believe that your gift will at least give them the chance of a new beginning.
Why are the Magus' vaults here in the middle of nowhere? And why does the Lord of Yonandar live in a vault and not in a castle?
It's to do with the magical fields that spread out under Girdlegard, so the 5 magical realms are found where the fields are at their strongest.
And that's why he lives in the vaults? To be closer to the underground magic?
No, it's more to do with security. 200 students of magic and a source of almost unlimited magical energy. The Magus thought that an underground vault was a more suitable place to train than Master Nudin's tower in the middle of Parista.
As you near Calmstead, you see that the surrounding fields are in flames. The sound of fighting reaches your ears. You hear the screams of the villagers and the roar of the orcs.
Help! Let us out!
There are still people in the houses!
Let's get them out of there, and quickly.
Too easy! Who's next? Huh? Ha ha! Pow! Another one bites the dust! He hardly put up a fight! Very hard! Pow! Another one bites the dust! Too easy! Another one bites the dust!
As soon as the last orc is killed, you and the twins free the remaining villagers.
It would seem the stories are true. Dwarves really are the best orc killers. We don't have much that we can offer you. Maybe we can rustle up some food.
I'm sorry, but we can't accept this.
We can't let you leave empty-handed. If you won't accept anything else, then at least allow us to prepare a feast for you this evening.
Your protests fall on deaf ears. The food is simple but hearty farmer's fare, the beer strong by human standards. And there's also dancing. You only really stayed on out of politeness, but you and the twins end up emptying tankard after tankard. The next morning, you set off again in good spirits and with full stomachs.
I don't like it here. All this hocus-pocus is bad news. Us dwarves know that and keep well away, just as Vracus commanded. I hope you know that too.
I cannot perform magic, and I've never attempted to. Nevertheless, please show respect. Remember that it was Lot Yonan who took me in and saved me.
Now then, it would seem that the tongue of the learned one becomes somewhat haughtier, and his sentences doth wind most strangely as we verily approach the vaults.
You can't help but grin guiltily. With a beseeching glance at the twins, you step into the area in front of the vaults. Seeing no one there you might greet, you and your companions enter your old home through the open gate.
Who the hell built this tunnel?
Bowendahl examines the crumbling roof with a mixture of disbelief and indignation.
Be quiet. I want to surprise them.
Is that such a good idea? What if we give your master such a shock that he casts a spell on us? I don't want to be turned into a mouse or a bar of soap.
It is unusually quiet in the vaults, but the smell of dinner is in the air. You imagine Frala looking up at you from her cooking pot in the kitchen and smiling.
There's boiled and roasted meat for dinner. Come on.
That's no reason to go and get ourselves turned into something weird. We'll stay here until you're finished with your little game.
You don't know the man coming out of Lot Yonan's study. His robes identify him as a famulus of Nudin the knowledge-lusty. You have a bad feeling. The quiet vaults, the open gate, the strange famulus. Your hand moves to the handle of your axe before you address him.
Greetings. What are you doing here? And where is Master Lot Yonan?
Another one.
Don't even think of using magic, or I'll lodge this pretty piece of steel in your brain.
It takes the famulus a few seconds to comprehend the situation he's suddenly found himself in. He seems to weigh up his options for a moment before he breathes out and the tension leaves his body.
All right. I won't use magic.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
For a while, the famulus seems to be playing with the idea of being stubborn. Bowendahl pushes a little harder on the end of the crow's beak, and the tip penetrates the skin. Blood seeps out.
They're gone. Dead.
A school full of magi destroyed without any signs of struggle? Lies.
The facts seem stacked against it, but you cling on to this faint hope.
Lot Yonan's famuli were already in Parista. There were only novices left. We made easy work of them. The Elfar, Syntharas, he insisted on being part of the raid after he found out that you grew up here. He opened the gates and killed most of those here before they even knew what was happening.
In your mind's eye, you see a pale face appearing from the darkness. You saw what Elfar are capable of in Greenglade. You push the thought to the back of your mind and try to keep a clear head.
Lot Yonan. Where is he?
Nodon killed him. He killed all of them in Parista. There's no one left in Girdlegard who can take on the last Magus.
You're saying that someone took on all 6 of the Magi at once and defeated them? Ridiculous.
5 Magi. My master Nudin is Nodon the Doublefold, the Lord of the Perished Land and soon-to-be Lord of Girdlegard. He killed the masters, and the apprentices followed soon after. They're all gone, and he changed the magic field so that only we can use them.
An icy hand grabs your heart. It's impossible that there's only a single Magus left, and he's not fighting against, but for the Perished Land.
Why are you snooping around in Lot Yonan's study? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for artifacts that Lot Yonan, when he was in Parista, claimed he had forgotten and left in a cupboard, and for the books that were stolen from Greenglade. I'm guessing you're the dwarves that stole the books.
What does your master want with the artifacts and the books?
I don't know. He commands, we obey. He's going to be very displeased. I did find a bag in the cupboard, but it didn't contain the right objects.
I've had enough of your lies. They're alive. Lot Yonan escaped and has gathered his apprentices, Frala, and the others around him to fight against Nodon. We just have to find them.
The war was over before you even noticed it had begun. Nodon cannot be stopped. He is on his way here and will just...
Blah, blah. We will leave immediately. This news is of great importance to the Council of Dwarves.
I'm not going anywhere. I have to find my friends and
Orcs! Lots of them!
Yes? What now? Too easy! The pillars! We could knock some of them down and bury those runts! Yeah! And again! I didn't hit you very hard!
we put up a fight.
Yeah!
Kill.
Too easy!
Vile creature. Kill.
I didn't hit you very hard! Huh? Too easy! Pow! Another one bites the dust! Who's next?
He hardly put up a fight.
I didn't hit you very hard! Too easy!
Kill.
And again! Yes? Oh, there are too many of them!
The side door in the workshop. It's our only chance.
Who's next? And what now? I didn't hit you very hard! Ow! Another one bites the dust! What is it? Huh? Who's next?
Damn.
The first 20 are mine!
You have come far, but this is far enough. Give me the artifacts and the books you stole in Greenglade, and I'll set you free.
What's with the artifacts and the books?
They belong to me. Lotionan was supposed to bring them to Porista, but forgot them. So, I came to pick them up. That's all you need to know.
You wanting my rucksack is enough reason for me not to give it to you.
I don't need your consent. Look after the rucksack. If you lose it, you will also lose your life.
What have you done to the other Magi? Your famulus told us some cock and bull story about you forcing them and their famuli to go to Porista and then murdering them.
I did what had to be done to protect Girdlegard. I wish there had been another way. But they would never have understood.
Do your eyes deceive you, or do you really see a brief moment of real regret on the swollen face of the Magus?
Go back to your realm, dwarves, and let your king know that I need his land. Either he hands it over without a drop of blood being spilt, or my troops and allies take it by force. You can take this one with you. I have no use for him.
Invisible wizard, Maya!
Look!
Let me handle her. Kill the dwarves!
The rucksack! The artifacts! If he wants them so badly, they might be the key to his destruction.
There's the orc with the rucksack! Let's get him!
What a waste of time.
Too easy! Ow! Another one bites the dust! You're very hard!
No chance.
I've got the rucksack!
Let's get out of here! Over the bridge!
Too
Waste
easy!
of time.
All right! As good as that! As good as course! On my way! Or of course! On my way! As good as done! All right! Of course!
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Yes?
What a
I
waste
can't
of
do that
time.
yet!
No chance.
What is it? Another one bites the dust!
Let's get out of here!
Retreat? We should fight on!
We would die! Perhaps you've noticed that Nodon has risen again, headless. He is more powerful than the Perish Land itself, but the key to his destruction is in here.
We will return to the Secondlings and tell them what the Magus is up to. We'll be safe at Ogre's Death, and there we can hatch a plan.
If we manage to get there. Nodon will do anything to stop us.
Then let him try!